Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. So I was reminiscing on all the great titles that PlayStation 3 brought to fruition during its lifespan, right? We're talking about the Assassin's Creed series, Infamous, Uncharted, the Arkham series, games like Dante's Inferno. I mean, great titles. But there was one in particular that it's been my, I would say, number one favorite series until now, even more than Assassin's Creed, and that's the Souls games, actually, because I mean that's where the whole term soul-like comes from, right? From the very first Demon Souls. After that we got Dark Souls. And I remember at the time, I think Dragon Age came out at the same time, and the store where I was working, half of the staff were very into Dragon Age, or they got into Dragon Age, and the other half, we got into the Demon Souls. And so it was funny because we were not making any money, or we would not get any bonus for pushing these particular games. It's just that we were so passionate about these two titles that we were pushing Demon Souls. So we would always tell customers, no, you gotta get this one. And then the other half of my co-workers, they were like, no, don't get that, get Dragon Age because it's better. And so we would have this, friendly argument, and trying to get customers to purchase that particular title, right? The one that we were backing up. Again, we were not making any money, and the store had nothing to do with us pushing those two particular titles. But in any case, my first experience with that game was so difficult. And I mean, for me, who grew up during the NES, Super NES era, where I mean pretty much we grew up without being able to have a autosave or save files. Some of them would have a password, and some of those passwords were just nuts. They were either too large, or there was something that it was hard to remember. So anyway, I remember going all the way up to the third boss of the first area, which is the Shield Knight. Those who have played that game know what I'm talking about. And I also went to the second area, the mines, and I went all the way up and I fought the spider. And so, I just kept saying, why is this game so hard? And eventually I figured out that I was supposed to go to the Nexus to level up and to basically get my stats, right, upgraded. But in any case, that was the beginning of my relationship with this particular series. And so it's been, every time I see something, if it's something cool related to the Souls series, Dark Souls, Demon Souls, I'm very fond of, or I'm very prone to purchase that particular item. And so, well, today that's basically what I'm gonna share with you guys, which is this awesome figure from Figma, right? I got it from Good Smile. And so that's the unboxing for today. So, well, let's get right into it. So this particular figure, I think I pre-ordered it last year, and I got it last month, at the beginning of last month. And so I really like the attention to detail. I mean, this is the collector's edition of Demon Souls, right? If we look at the box, and if we look at the box from the figure, I mean, they really put a lot of attention to detail here. With this particular one, the pre-order you got, I think it's one of the weapons. I think it's the fist. I don't know if it's a fist knuckle. I forgot the name. So this is the weapon right there. But then let's take a look at inside the box. Now looking at the content inside the box, we've got a set of hands. We have the stand right there. This is usually you get this bag with the Figma series so that you can put all the extra items in the bag so that way you don't lose it. Here we have the sword and another item fist, I think. So there is another one inside the box. So if you get the one from the pre-order, then you have the set for both of them. So that's pretty cool. This is, I think, the kite shield. Nice. Here we have a broadsword. That's pretty cool. One of the sword that you get at the beginning of the game. We have a knight sword here. And the figure. It's got all this plastic around it. We'll get to it in a minute. Oh, nice. Got another shield. I think this one is the dark shield. This is the one that you get after you defeat this guy. I think it's Vinland, his name. He's guarding Lady Estrella. So that's two shields right there. Ah. This is another nice shield and another broadsword. But these ones are inside the sheath. We have the Moonlight Sword. And the Meat Cleaver. This one is pretty cool. You get this one from, if I remember correctly, there is a phantom in the swamp area. The second area of the swamp world. And if you defeat the guy, you get the Meat Cleaver. So pretty nice background. Got the castle there at the end, the enemies. Pretty cool. Alright, so here we can take a look at everything that it's included in this particular set. We have our swords, we have two shields, the iron knuckles, we have our moonlight sword, the armor, the cleaver, the stand. So quite a lot of items that were included in this particular set. If we look at this pose, we have our cleaver and our shield there. And of course we can compare to how it looks in the actual game, which is quite remarkable, if I'm honest. Here we have our two iron knuckles. Again, one of those was because of the pre-order, along with the shield. And in game, unfortunately, we can't equip the shield, but we can take a look at the armor and take a look at those two knuckles. So they did a great job there. We have our knight sword and our broadsword. And we, in game, I mean, they're pretty much the same. It looks quite good. Again, the shield, we can unfortunately see it here. And lastly, we're gonna have our moonlight sword. I think this one, again, just the likeness. If we take a look at the grip of the sword, it looks quite remarkable. Pretty much the same. Aside from the glowing, the sword is just pretty good. And that's one of the things that I like about the Figma figures, I mean, all the attention to detail, from the weapons to the actual figurine. I mean, just if we look at here, the moonlight sword, if we look at the meat cleaver, and if we look at the items within the game, they are exactly the same. I mean, they really put a lot of attention to capture the essence of something that is digital into something physical. And you know, just the fact that it's Demon Souls, I was waiting for something. I know that they made one for Bloodborne. I don't have any of those. The Hunter and Maria, they have those figures, and they look pretty cool. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the unboxing. If you have any comments, any questions, go ahead and leave those down below. And I'm very curious to know what you guys think about the Demon Souls, Dark Souls series. You know, did you ever try playing those games? Did you get into it, or did you said, you know, this is not for me? Go ahead and leave those comments, and well, catch you guys on the next one, and take care of there.